What's up, my folks? I hope everyone's doing good. I want to talk a little bit about making dog food today. Now this is a video, I guess, if you're squeamish or can't stand blood or anything like that, mangina, any of that stuff, this is not the video for you. I've had quite a few people ask me what you feed on the deer, how to feed the deer. All right, look, the main thing is you just want to turn the carcass, what you don't want, into usable dog food. Of course, your trimmings off the meat that you're not going to eat, anything like that, you want to trim the silver skin off for them too as well. But pretty much everything else you can use for proper dog food. Just basically cut it up real good into manageable chunks. I take the rib cage, split it down off the backbone, cut ribs like that, usually about 2 ribs. Maybe a few more. There's usually a good little bit of meat left on them, and I give that whole thing to the dog. I don't feed the hooves and the legs, like the lower shanks and all. I cut the meat off the shank, but couldn't catch that, could you? But it's, they love it. It's he'll go over there and eat his bone. But it's a good way to give them some extra proteins and meats and stuff like that. And I shred, like for Buster, I'll give him some of the meat, just with off the bone. And the puppies, they're all set up. They stay fat. I put theirs on a big. Now the hip joints, I cut them straight off the backbone, right? And there's quite, I take and I knuckle them out and all. But and I'll just run a rope through it and let them chew the meat off that. Now make sure you feed them good before you put a bunch of meat in there with hungry puppies. I've already fed them. This is just more like a supplement of meat and all that good stuff. But it's a good way to get your dogs, it's there for the taking. That's what hunting season's about, you know what I mean? So give me a girl. That bitch don't have no manners. Smashing it up. Look at her. Smash it right up. Teach them how to crush, They'll mash it all up where they can bite it off there and digest it. Just pull it apart. But the thing about the leg bones is they sharp. When they break, you'll find them out here and there'll be, like little sharp shards of it. So I just kind of, people say don't feed the rib bones. I haven't had any trouble with that or the backbone or anything like that. But that's how we do it. And just, the more meat on it, the better. Like this big chunk of neck right here. That's got a lot of meat left on it. This deer was shot through the neck. So I cut all the, the bone shards and then make sure there's no lead or copper in it. And that's all good dog food. So anyway, folks, that's how you feed it. It ain't rocket science. But no, you don't feed the guts, you don't feed the hooves, you don't feed the hide, I don't feed the head. I've seen where people will feed the head, but I don't. They'll cut the snout off with the teeth and all that, and the ears off and feed the head, but I don't know. I don't do that. I just throw all that away. But that's all it is. That's how you make the bones and raw flesh out of a deer. Just the stuff. We don't eat the ribs, around here. Deer aren't like some of the northern species with big fat ribs, 300-pound deer. These are, both these bucks are under 150 pounds. So anyway, that's how we do it, guys. And it's not real hard. It's not difficult. It just takes some time, energy, and right now the cost of meat, it's not a bad way to do it. You could probably go to the deer processing and get a lot of this stuff for free or pennies on the pound. So anyway, folks, y'all take care and y'all keep on bulldogging.